Hey guys, Andrew Shin here. Shin Anju in Zhongwen. I've been studying Chinese a little bit recently, and I wanted to share with you a couple of things that I've learned about input methods for pinyin and characters on your computer. I'm using a Mac here, but lots of these ideas are generalizable across platforms. The menus might look just slightly different. Okay, the three things I'm going to show you. Number one, I'm going to show you Key 5, which is actually the software that you're looking at right now. Number two, I'm going to show you how to enable Pinyin input for typing characters on your operating system. And then number three, I'm going to show you a better way to do that using a tool called Sogu. Okay, so let's dive right in. You're looking at Key 5 right here. I'm going to show you where to find it. You can download it at cjkware.com. You can't click and buy and download this straight from the website. You actually have to send an email to risingsun@msn.com requesting to download it. They'll send you a download link and information about how to buy it. It's well worth the price if you ask me. We're not going to do an exhaustive tutorial here, but I'll just show you some basics about how Key 5 works and how I use it. All right. So I'm going to choose simplified characters here because that's what I'm learning and working with. If you're working with traditional characters, you can do that here. If you want to type in English here, like I have right here, you can just select EN. So I'm going to choose simplified characters, and I will type Shui Zhongwen. All right. As soon as I hit the return key on the Mac here, Key 5 converts that to characters. That's great. If I hover over those characters, you can get not only a nice little pinyin readout telling you how these are pronounced, but also a dictionary definition of them. If you wanted to expand that dictionary definition, you can take the character here, and on a Mac hit Command G and get a nice little dictionary readout. If you wanted to take that Shui Zhongwen and show the pinyin alongside it, you can just highlight these characters and then use the display button here to show pinyin. You can toggle that again to hide the pinyin, and you can do this with large blocks of text also. So really helpful for learning character recognition and pronunciation, and memorization and things like that. Okay, this is pretty good, but there's a problem with Key 5, and I'm going to highlight for you what that is. If I wanted to type the character Ma, I'm going to type it here. I don't really get to choose which Ma that is, at least not initially. So I'm looking for the Ma that means mother, and the Ma that I got here is the Ma that means horse. That could be an embarrassing mix-up. In Key 5, you can highlight this and use the function F9. Try that again. Function F9 to bring up the homonyms panel. Right now they're sorted by tones, so the Ma that I'm looking for is mother right up here. I'm going to select that, and when I hit the select button, you can see that the character has been changed to the Ma that was intended. That's fine, and it works, and it's really good for seeing what all the homophones are, but in actual practice, it's really slow. So that's where we start using the operating system's pinyin input to do the same thing. So I'm going to first show you how it works and then how to install it. All right. So I'll choose Pinyin simplified as my keyboard input right here, and as soon as I type Shui, I get a little panel up in the top here that shows me all the different shuis that are intended. And if you click here on more, you can actually see other versions of shui. So the first one is actually shui. That's the snow shui. I knew that, but if I didn't, there's a nice little emoji here that's gonna give you some hints about what it is. I'm actually looking for the third shui, this one right here. So I'm gonna type the number 3 on my keyboard, and it'll input that. That was not significantly faster when I was explaining it, but if you start looking at it like this, Shui Zhongwen, it actually gets quite a lot faster than typing out the pinyin and then converting it using Key 5. All right, so that's input method number 2. With this input method, you can still use all of Key 5's cool features. You can still get dictionary definitions if you want to, but it's just faster. The other benefit of using this is that you can actually type in other programs as well. So, Shui Zhongwen, here I am in Microsoft Word, and I'm able to type relatively quickly. So, Xie Kuai. Xie De Kuai. All right. So that's a little bit better. This is okay, but there's actually a third method for Pinyin input on the keyboard that I prefer even better than the operating system's version. Oh wait, first I'll show you how to install the operating system's version. I'm going to open the preferences, the system preferences panel on the keyboard on the Mac, and I'll choose keyboard. I'm going to go back to my US English keyboard for this. Keyboard, and under input sources, you can add your input source here by clicking the plus sign, choosing Chinese simplified, and then Pinyin simplified. Now this is grayed out because it's already installed on my system, but as soon as you click on this and then click on add, it'll add Pinyin simplified, the interface that I've just showed you, as an input method. It's great. All right. Let's take that to the next level. So we've looked at the first two input methods. The first using key 5, and then have key 5 translate from Pinyin to characters for you. We've looked at how to install natively Pinyin on your operating system, and then use it all through the OS and any program. That's great. The third method that I want to show you is called Sogo. So this is very similar to the Pinyin input, and it's made by the Chinese company Sogo. It's a bit like Google for China. So you can go to pinyin.sogo.com, click this button to download. Doesn't always work in every browser. Sometimes I've had to try downloading in different browsers. So if you have Firefox or Chrome or something like that, you might try using those if Safari is not working for downloading. Once you have it installed, it's going to work exactly the same way as Pinyin input is. So I'm going to choose the keyboard input up here in my menu bar, and instead of Pinyin or US English, I'm going to choose Sogo, and you'll notice that it works just like Pinyin input. Shui Zhongwen. It's very fast. It's really effective. Sogo does some things outside of key 5 that I find especially helpful. So if you're in a different, I'm not sure why it doesn't work in key 5, but if you're in a different program, you can do things like keeping track of your words per minute. You can actually use voice input and see how well your computer recognizes your voice speaking Chinese. Really handy thing to do. Anyway, give these 3 methods a try. The first one is using key 5. The second one is installing Pinyin, the Pinyin keyboard on your operating system, and the third one is using Sogo. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions. If you have some additions, I certainly didn't cover everything about how this works. So if you have questions or want to add anything, let me know in the comments below. Thanks.